Many people find a quick and nutritious dinner hard to come by, and they go straight to fast food restaurants instead. Today I'm going to show you a recipe that will bring out the vegetarian in you and show you that a nutritious meal is easy to come by. This recipe will leave you with tons of leftovers, and they work great in the freezer. Today I'm going to show you how to make sweet potato burgers. The ingredients that you'll need first are 1 large sweet potato. You're going to need 2 cups cooked. We'll cook that. And then you need flour and breadcrumbs, preferably whole wheat, garlic, 2 cloves, olive oil, salt and pepper, white beans, granulated onion, ground cumin, and paprika. You're also going to need a few utensils like a colander, a small skillet. It doesn't matter what size, if you want a bigger one, if you want to cook more than 1 patty at a time. You'll need saran wrap, aluminum foil, measuring cups, a turner, a spatula, measuring spoons, a knife, a fork, 2 small mixing bowls and 1 large mixing bowl, and a potato masher. You don't really need it, you can use a fork instead, but it's easier if you use that. First, you're going to have to put on your gloves. And then you'll take your sweet potato and you'll stick it with a fork a few times around. Put that on the side because you'll need it later. And then you would cook it in the microwave wrapped in a paper towel, 5 minutes on each side. I've already cooked a potato. And you're going to want to let it cool because you're going to be pulling it apart. First thing we're going to do is begin to peel our potato. You're going to cut the tip of the potato, both edges off. Just have a starting point. And then we're going to just begin to peel. The peel should come right off if you cooked it long enough in the microwave. And then we just discard the peelings, and we grab one of our small mixing bowls and a measuring cup. Then we're just going to give our potatoes a rough dice. You don't want to mince them up, but you don't want them too big to where you can't measure them. Measure out 2 cups, so that's about 1 cup, and then 2. So 1 large potato is usually a perfect amount. Now we're going to put this aside and take off our gloves. Now we're going to grab a can opener. We're going to need a cup of drained white beans. So you don't want to measure it and then drain it because then you won't have enough. We're just going to take a colander over the sink and pour them into the colander. And then you just rinse them off with some water. It doesn't have to be that good of a rinse. We're also going to need a large mixing bowl. Then we grab our 1 cup measure and get a cup of the beans and put them into the mixing bowl. Now, you can either save the rest of your beans for later, or you could just throw them away. Then we're going to add the potatoes into the beans. begin to mash them all together with the potato masher. You want to make sure especially all your potatoes are smashed up really well. The beans too. You don't want, I mean, it depends on if you want a chunky burger or not. Now, put those aside. You're going to put new gloves on so that we can dice some garlic. You're going to need 2 cloves of garlic. So, just going to have to break them off with the head. Now, to get the garlic out, you could put the knife on top of it and then just smash it. It'll come out easier that way. Then it should just come right out. The bigger ones are harder to smash sometimes. There's 1 clove. And there's the other clove. Now we want to mince up the garlic real nicely. Just be careful not to hit your fingers. In a real small dice. You don't want to end up biting into one of your sweet potato burgers and getting a mouthful of garlic. A big chunk, so you want them small. And then we throw them into the bowl. We can remove our gloves. Now we're going to need to get an egg. And you're going to use your other small bowl to whisk it up. And put it in there. And you're going to wash off your hands a little bit. Okay. And you could use the fork that you pierced the sweet potato with to whisk up the egg. Just a slight whisking. And then you put it in the bowl with your sweet potato mixture. And we need to put that aside now. Next, we're going to need a 3rd cup of flour. You're not going to need to sift it or anything because we're not baking. So just pour that into there. And then a 3rd cup of breadcrumbs. Just some rough pour there. And then we need to put in our seasonings. We're going to grab our measuring spoons. We're going to start with the paprika. We need a teaspoon and a half. So you're not going to want to shake it into there because it's just going to take way too long. 1 teaspoon. And then a half of a teaspoon. Next you need 1 teaspoon of onion powder. And then 1 teaspoon of salt.